What is going on, everybody? How y'all doing this evening? Let's see here. Please hit that like button on your way in. Moderator got all my links up at the top, the travel vlog channel, the music. You can follow me at the merch line and the Cash App. Want to support the show. Shadow Slayer, that is actually one of the reasons why I chose just go straight to Thailand. Because originally I was going to go to Colombia again and then just go to Thailand from there because the ticket costs were about the same. But because of what was happening in Colombia while I was down there and what's happened since I've left from there, yeah, I think I'm gonna chill on Colombia for a while. Jermaine, what's going on, brother? All right, we are not gonna waste too much time because I know this is like about another hour and a half of this to cover. It looks like I'm caught up on a chat, so let me go ahead and my bad, you guys. Wrong screen. I'm already not thinking. Hold on. Matter of fact, before I even do that, make sure I bring the. All right, let me make sure I bring the shit up first. Okay. All right. Now we're good. All right, we are good. But the problem is that, man, a lot of the local women down there, bro, they just. Let me reword that. It's some local women down there and some men with just very bad intentions, man, just because for whatever reason, economic reasons, for some people they aren't fond of foreigners being down there. I always no. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. I really don't give a damn. I always found it a little bit hypocritical about how people from other countries can look down so much on people from the United States, and understandably so. But if you have such a negative outlook on people from the United States, then why the fuck are so many motherfuckers? Ooh, why are so many people trying so hard to come to our country? We all know the answer to that, but it's like, damn, if we're that bad, don't fight so hard to come here. Then I know this might be a little bit of controversial. This might rub some people the wrong way, but it's like, y'all know, man, y'all know how I am when it comes to hypocrisy. That's like top three pet peeves for me. I don't give a damn what country you from. I don't give a damn what language you speak. I don't give a damn what race you are. I don't give a damn what color you are. I don't give a damn what you look like. I don't give a damn what gender you are. I hate hypocrites, man. Which probably explains why I can pull these hypocrisies so much throughout all of the content that I react to. But um Victor, the tourist areas. I'll say that if you're going to Medellin or Cartagena, you got to be on your P's and Q's. I just came from Medellin. I spent 3 weeks in Medellin and 1 week in Barranquilla. My first time going to Colombia, I spent the whole month in Barranquilla. Exactly. Yeah, that's why I didn't even say why, because everybody knows why people come to the United States. Land of opportunity, land of milk and honey. It's where you can come here and make a living for yourself. Easy, probably the easiest place in the country in the world to get a job at. I mean that ain't no secret. But don't assume that every person that comes from the United States is a shitty person. Because every person from the United States can't be that shitty if people from other countries can come to the United States and make a living for themselves, right? Okay. Because you don't see people in droves going to other countries to get jobs. They already have jobs more than likely and are working remotely or own businesses. And if they are going to other countries for jobs, they had that job locked in before they went to that other country. I had to get that off my chest, man. But let's keep it moving, you guys. 20 watching, please hit the like button on the way in. Let's get to it.
Season, and I'm making sure that they're not ever signed to me or my conglomerate, and that's why they're successful. No, you can work with me and still be an independent businessman, boss owner like you came in.
Right.
I don't need you to be subservient to me. That's those other guys that make you pay dues.
You said earlier that you rewrote a lot of what Money Mike was to say and how he behaved. So they allowed you the freedom, the liberty to ad lib. How much?
Would they allow you to just make an interception if didn't nobody talk about it? As a football player, if the ball come your way, can you just grab it? Can you make an interception anytime? Are you allowed to pick up any fumble? You can do any hustling, right? Oh, okay. Same here. Same here.
But here's the thing, though. Even as an offensive player, they might let me ad lib once I get a couple of years under my belt. They wouldn't let me ad lib as a rookie. That was your first movie.
I told you the conversation in my first movie, just because I am committed to laughs. The only way I made it past those 300 comedians, I didn't tell you this. What it required is I had to watch all 300 comedians 10 times a piece. I watched your set 10 times of you performing, whoever you were, and then I counted how many laughs you got every time you did these amount of minutes. So if you told me this comedian and told me he did 30 minutes, I could tell you that he got 26 laughs in that 30 minutes because I had done the numbers on everybody. So I didn't just say I was funnier. I knew I was funnier than the comic you liked, and I could tell you how many jokes funnier I was, because that's how we judge stand-up. You do 15 minutes, I do 15 minutes. How do I know I'm funnier than you? Because you got 6 laughs and I got 16. I'm almost 3 times better than you, low-key, boy. But I'm never going to tell you the formula. So you going to keep just going out there telling jokes, not understanding that psychologically, the audience by 10 years is convinced that I'm funnier than you. They just don't know why. Because I'm putting out more content, better.
I had Terry Crews on here. He said at the time that you did the movie, you were homeless. Is that true?
This was my situation. 5 months prior to me getting this first audition for Friday After Next, I got this baby son. I'm holding him up above me. He grabs my little chain. He's playing with it, and he accidentally drops it. It breaks out my front 2 teeth. I'm in a situation now where when I go to the dentist, they telling me this gonna cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix this right. They're not telling me what it's gonna look like. I go get an estimate with no money involved, find out what I need to do. They find out you got a tumor in your upper jaw, so we're gonna have to do a whole surgery for you. It's gonna be 100 bands. I don't have it. And I'm only gonna have this check from this movie. So while I'm doing this movie, we live in this trailer. This is where we live. So when they come to work at 5 in the morning, we already there. When they leave at night, we still there. We just double back because we understood that this is our one opportunity. And we have this opportunity to change our lives, just like a young man going for the draft.
Right.
We can actually get in the league with this. There are 30 comedians on this cast. They're all magnificent. This is the holy grail of the situation. So yeah, I was able to make sure that because it wasn't just my first movie. It was KD Albert's first movie. It was Terry Crews' first movie.
Absolutely.
I was the leader of this group, which meant that we didn't do their rehearsals. They did rehearsal. We did our own rehearsals daily to make sure that we were at the level of professional actors, which is what made it so egregious. That guy saying, I was supposed to, you were supposed to what?
Katt, he did have a good part in the movie, man. The Santa Claus was funny, man.
The dude said the entire time we were filming, I can't play this role. They got a bandana over my nose and my mouth. My family not even gonna know who this is. So yeah, tell your story.
Oh, damn. Hey, bruh. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You know what, man? It's you know what? I wish somebody can confirm all this all this stuff that Ricky Smiley said. Cause something tells me Ricky Smiley would not admit to any of this, man. Yeah, because I was gonna say, Alex, man, like I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Like, yo, that Santa Claus wasn't that funny to me, G. Like, only part that was kind of funny was like whenever he got into a tussle and almost got caught, and then finally got caught at the end. Like, those were the only parts that was like kind of funny. I don't know, man. It's just me. Andretti, what's going on, boy? As in Aaron Andretti? This ain't Aaron. This ain't the same Aaron I went to school with that I'm friends with on Facebook, is it? I don't know. I'm like some of the people that I'm friends with on Facebook been watching my channel. Like, hell, shit. People in my own circle watch my channel now. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. The channel growing, bro. Y'all know I'm like, I meant to tell y'all, bro. I got recognized at the gym the other day. Meant to tell y'all that. I got recognized in the gym again. Hey, bro, I forgot about that part. Hey, man, I forgot about that part, bro. Oh, man. And then he said, you almost made me. He said, you almost made me spill my yak. Said, ooh. Hey, now, dude that played Pinky, oh my God, that dude is hilarious. Oh my God, man. 3 more roses. What's going on, bro? Oh my God, bro. Yeah, that was funny, bro. That was a good movie, though. I think, but I don't think anybody can. I don't think they'll ever top the original one. Like between the three of them, I think most people think the first one is the best. But I don't know. Let's keep it moving. I liked all three of them. To be honest with you.
Terry Crews also said that you guys had a lot of conversation, that this was your opportunity and you needed to seize this moment.
Hold on. Gotta stop the presses.
Shit like that.
Jamal Fowler with the $25 cash app says, for I'm in here tonight. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to that. Excuse me. Shout out to that brother. Thank you for the contribution. Kicking off the day. Saying you are officially the sponsor of the show. Let's keep it moving.
Terry had the benefit of having been in some very high profile situations already and took L's.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had been in the league. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He had done pro wrestling. He had done a lot of things. He had been televised and some things that hadn't worked.
Right.
And this was just fortuitous for him. And now you know what nobody has ever said in the whole industry in 20 years about, you know, the whole Money Mike not getting raped in the bathroom.
Right.
So I understood going in that there's no reason. I lost for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk. That all I had said was, just can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was and acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the winning side of these.
Yo, man. See, this is how I know there is some kind of homophobe agenda going on, bro. This is why that's why they call Hollywood Hollyweird, man. And y'all and if y'all know anything about me, y'all know how much of a conspiracy theorist I am. This is the reason why I don't get real political on my channel. This is why when I reacted to Candace Owens, I didn't get political like the one guy who said he didn't like Candace Owens, and he said he gave me all these reasons that were related to political reasons, not anything that we talk about in this space. You know what I mean? I believe in the Illuminati. If you know anything about that, Bohemian Grove, if you know anything about that, the Bilderberg Group, Freemasons, you know, the underground cities and roads all over the world, not just the United States. Dude, fucking with me, I will send you down a rabbit hole that will make you, bro. You don't want these problems, bro. I'm telling you right now. For real, bro. I went down that rabbit hole. I had to stop myself. I'm like, do y'all remember that machine, the CERN, CERN, that's supposed to like produce dark matter and all that shit, send them to another dimension. Oh yeah, don't even get me started on the Rockefellers. Bro, you know the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds got enough wealth to feed and clothe the entire world. The entire world. Imagine you having enough wealth to feed and clothe the entire world and still have money left to burn. Meanwhile, we all over here struggling. Trilateral Commission. I don't know anything about the Trilateral Commission. I'll have to look into that one. Well, like I said, I went down a rabbit hole years ago, and dude, bruh, for real, I'm like the underground cities and roadways really kind of scared me because they got something real big set up in I want to say it's Missouri. And there's an area in Missouri where there's like dozens of banks, right? But very little people stay in that city. And there also happens to be what looks to be somewhat of a kind of like a castle like structure being built with a bunker underneath it. And it's believed that the bunker that's underneath it has a one of those speed bullet trains that come from the White House, and I think they're building that just in case, something really, really, really drastic happens in the future, to where if they gotta leave the White House, they're gonna go to Missouri. But that, like I said, man, y'all don't want to go down that rabbit hole with me. I can tell y'all a bunch of shit. Let's keep it moving.
Decisions.
Look, I've had Cube. I've talked to Cube, and a lot of people say Cube doesn't pay. What's your relationship with Cube, and what did that opportunity mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that would say anything about Cube's payment, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. Like, you don't go to Goodwill. You don't go to a Goodwill thrift store and go, look at all this cheap ass shit. Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up? You could have went to Hermes. Why you didn't go to Balenciaga? Why you didn't get a bowl to the Balmain? You want to have that conversation? Right. What you mean, the independent black dude who's filming it partly out of his fucking pocket? What do you mean he didn't pay you enough? They weirdos that felt like they earned the opportunity because they were big. No, yeah. I understood.
That ain't no $200 million movie. Well, I mean, how much did you expect you was gonna make?
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
It was no harm, no foul. I knew that I was gonna go from there, and there was no
turning back for Katt Williams.
Well, here's the thing. I wrote it. What I'm saying if I did it and I did a good job at it, you can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not gonna come later on and tell you I never even read the whole script. So how you know what roles? What? What do you mean you never read the like these guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just going to tell you the truth of how it went.
Would you be willing to do another Friday?
Cube already asked me to write it. I was supposed to have been writing it. This is what these guys are mad about. Like, we lost some great people before this movie could come out regardless. Right. And so, yes,
yeah, rest in peace to John Witherspoon. We was talking about that yesterday, man.
Desperately needs to be one. But we miss John Witherspoon in a way that can't really be quantified, if I'm being honest with you. And the Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
Bruh, Katt Williams was on that mess. Hold on. He said he on that. He said that Chris Tucker today is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey. Damn. So you mean to tell... Dude, Chris Tucker ain't even relevant like that anymore. You mean to tell me? Damn. I'm like, so I guess we gonna see a Rush Hour 4 coming soon, ain't we? If we see a Rush Hour 4 coming soon, then I know for sure, like, yeah, Katt Williams was right. Good God, man. Let's keep it moving.
Whew. If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. To be confident and not delusional is a real skill. Most of these confident people we see is really delusional.
Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday? Smokey was all in Smokey. There ain't no Friday without Smokey.
We all agree to that. And there's no next Friday without Friday. And there's no Friday after next without
Nah,
Friday.
we talk about the road because you said that they don't.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Chris was allowed to make the decision. At the time that this is happening, Katt Williams is known for smoking weed. Willie Nelson is known for smoking weed.
Right.
Snoop's known for smoking weed, but none of us is really known except Willie. And I'm saying, Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that.
Right.
He in the church. He Michael Jackson's best friend. Christmas. Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that?
No.
Me neither.
Yo, he's stupid.
Must be the greatest.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back on. I ain't gonna be able to get no more comedians.
They all coming.
Nah, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I
A good
promise
thing
you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be able to beat them off with a stick. You gonna let him? They're coming. Much as.
You on Def Comedy Jam, Comic View. What were those experiences like? What do you remember most about Def Comedy Jam and Comic View?
Comic View was everything. Comic View was really the break, and not Friday After Next, just because Comic View was just 3,000 of your stand-up peers, and we just throw sets of all of them up there, and we see who the audience likes. Who do they like? And it was a great wild, wild west time to be involved in comedy. And the same is true for Def Jam, because hip hop was a fad at one time, and hip hop ain't gonna last. And why are you doing that? And that's how it was for blue comedy.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a comedian that cussed, you were ridiculed by the mainstream comedy geist. That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He want to push out. But that's really how it is. I'm so sorry I'm competitive. You're an athlete, right?
I can tell.
You understand.
Will there ever be another Comic View, Def Comedy Jam? Could that, in today, in 24, 25, 26, could we see that again?
They've already announced it. It's already going. You didn't know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Kevin Hart purchased it, so he's now doing Comic View. That happened at the same time that they gave DC Young Fly Hollywood Squares. Yeah, because they tell you that there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in? Ain't he now opening it up for... Don't such and such open the gate? But what do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gates out here.
Would you?
Everyone I've seen got a keeper.
Would you?
Hey, have anybody else heard about Def Comedy or Comic View coming back? I would love for Comic View to come back. That used to be my shit, bro. When that came on at 10 o'clock every night. What? I used to love watching D.L. Hughley go in on the crowd, bro. Ace, I used to watch it just so I could watch D.L. Hughley go in on the crowd, or whenever Bernie Mac would come on. Oh, it ain't never coming back? Yeah, y'all got a point. Oh, because according to him, he said Kevin Hart bought it. Like, you never know, man. With the kind of pull Kevin Hart got in the comedic realm nowadays, it wouldn't surprise me if he did.
You ever wanted to do Comic View or Def Comedy Jam? Would you have wanted to be?
I think we just mentioned I did them both.
No, I'm saying he purchased the rights and refranchise it.
Nope. They didn't offer it to me anyway. Like, Comic View did a couple of disservices to comedy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there were people like me that were out there getting 2 and 3 standing ovations in one set. And that wasn't good for television. So what they did was they started making everybody get a standing ovation. So they would tell the audience, when they get off stage, everybody get up and cheer. And so now the fact that I'm the only one out there going to get standing ovations is now making people think everybody get a standing ovation. And that's not how comedy is. So I understood why that couldn't go anymore, because remember, Ricky Smiley sat right here and told you a story about how he performed with Mike Epps and Katt Williams when he did Comic View, and to let him tell it, he was funnier than both. My name Lil Dow. He ain't talking about the special needs. That's good.
That's a different time.
That's some clever material.
That was a different time, Katt.
No, it wasn't. It was the time I was there.
But I'm saying
that time, this time, same times.
No, but I'm saying
just like people that tell you the Egyptians, they not black. Egypt is in Africa, folks. As long as Egypt is in Africa, then Egyptians are African.
Do you believe you could tell the same jokes today as when you started out? I mean, Eddie Murphy not telling those jokes. Richard Pryor wouldn't be able to tell those jokes in 2024 that they told in the 70s and the 80s.
So they wouldn't have told them.
But that's my point.
They're not.
Hold on, I gotta stop, man. We got another Cash App. Shout out to Mike Hawk for the $5 Cash App contribution. Thank you so much, my brother, man. Can we give that? Excuse me, my bad, brother. Give that brother of applause real quick. Let's keep it moving.
Not inferior people.
No.
If they were in this time, they would be going according to our time. Just like then we were going according to that. Like, that's how it is in the world. There are words that we can use for a while. And when we use them for a while until somebody says that ain't a good word, we should stop saying that.
Correct.
That don't make people feel good. And we stop saying the word and we move on to another word. You can't say the R word. You can certainly say special needs.
Yeah.
You can certainly say spectrum.
Be slow.
You can.
Yeah, I'm like, why y'all think I use the word remedial all the time? Remedial is literally just another word for the R word, because if I say the R word, this video gonna get put in the yellow real quick. Let's keep it moving.
There are things that you can say to get your point that don't have to hurt people.
Right.
But you would know that if what you did was construct the English language for a living, then you would understand that part.
You financed your first stand-up. You had it cost you $22,000. You had $25,000 to your name.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that? You believe that much in Katt?
I believe that much in business. In business, the goal is for you to become independent and be the boss, take the responsibility, and also get the profit.
Okay.
That's all. How can I be looking for you to put me on if I wouldn't? And if I can't show you what you missed out on, why would you believe me? Now, the fact that I was able to do it 12 times, that's the real thing. The part that I'm able to do it all across the country. The fact that every time I do a tour or a special, you think, well, that's sponsored by somebody. Somebody did a good job. No, just the guy they're kicking around. Just the one that might mentally not be all there. He's the one picking the outfits, writing this guy's material, booking the shows, making sure he gets there. He's the one hiring the other comedians. But hey, I knew that that's the end goal. So if that's the end goal and I'm there when I start, why would I deviate from that?
Right.
Remember, my goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole and never have sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on.
Oh.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the drug story from when I'm in the park.
Yeah.
So these are just the things. I had all of those when I came in. I already was ready for that. That's what they don't like.
That makes me wonder, man. Did Katt Williams know? I think Katt Williams knew what he was getting into before he knew what he was getting into, if you understand what I'm saying. It sounds like that's what he's trying to say. It's almost like he's trying to tell the world, like, look, I knew all this Hollywood shit was going on before I got into Hollywood. This is why you don't see me getting the same push as other people in the business, because they're doing all the things that I said I wouldn't do. Umar Johnson has entered the chat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. All right. Let's keep it moving.
I did not know. You're telling me and showing me a side of the business that I didn't know. That you guys are, man, the competition, the competitiveness.
That's all business. I don't care if they're selling Coke. You wouldn't believe the things that Coca-Cola says about Pepsi. You wouldn't believe the water conversations between Dasani and Liquid Death. Like, in all business, in all sport, competition is a driving force. And I don't require anybody to be better. Who am I? I just require, if you're a loser and you've taken shortcuts at every chance, and you've made sure that you didn't put anybody on that really had a work ethic and was a God-fearing person, and you helped it. If that was never you, then don't act like that's you. Don't get out here now that you don't do stand-up and start acting like, oh, you're not sure why you don't do stand-up no more. I heard you got run off. You better be careful. The nigga that run you off gonna show up and he gonna tell everybody. Man, what you gonna be able to say? Nothing. Why you think I speak with such clarity? I'm actually involved in each one of these stories I told you about. Right. Right.
The one comedian, as we've been sitting here doing this interview, that you hold in very high regard is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle walked away from 50 million. You said it was more. Tell the story.
That's right.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
no, I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You've proven it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need another one? You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Man, I always had a feeling P. Diddy was a little bit weird. I always had a feeling he was a little bit weird. Yeah, Alex. Same reaction. Same reaction.
Early on, you was accusing me of being...
Man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, but you know, some of these people...
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner. You my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you got to do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House 2. I almost died. And I got to read this script from all these good white people. where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real niggas. And that's how I got in this position.
Interesting, man, because y'all know I did a reaction video to Brandon T. Jackson a few months back because I believe he's dating a woman in Cape Verde. He claims to be a passport bro. You really don't see him in movies like that anymore. So considering he ended up playing that part, kind of makes you wonder, man, because when I remember seeing that movie, his character got involved with a high school chick. So I wonder how that would have worked if Katt Williams would have played that part. Would he got involved with an older chick, maybe like a teacher or something? As far as like romantic interest in a movie, I don't know. That's interesting, man. So that part was supposed to be for Katt Williams as well. It almost seems like at every turn when Katt Williams had an opportunity to level up in the industry, it always involved him having to do something that went against his morals and what he stood on. And then when he said, nah, because I'm not going to do this gay shit, then they passed him up. And then slowly after a while, you just stop getting offers. Tell you, man, this is what Hollywood does, man. They want to emasculate you, man. Right. Exactly. Tiger 9511 with a $10 super chat says exactly about P. Diddy, and Katt is right about that. 50 Cent warned people about P. Diddy being weirdo. Can I get an AK gun sound effect, please? I got you, brother. Ooh, man. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. All right, you guys, let's keep it moving.
I sure hope I have a Club Shay Shay after this air.
You know what? And I want to say something about this. I think the reason why they're so insecure about black man's masculinity is because, in my opinion, I think black men are the more masculine out of all races of men. In my opinion. And I'm not saying that to be biased. I'm just going off of what I've seen socially throughout my lifetime. But some may disagree. But if that was the case, then why is black men's masculinity being attacked more than anybody else's? I digress. Let's keep it moving.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the greatest thing floating in 2024. Mark the words. No way. in a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch. God's people ain't that few.
Yeah. Prince. You met Prince.
Prince was a friend of mine.
Interesting.
He was a friend of mine.
What was those conversations? Because look, I mean, sometimes we don't really understand or appreciate someone until they're gone. I did. I was a big Prince fan. All of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because he could play all the instruments. He could sing. He could dance. He was an entertainer that could sing. And what he wrote, I mean, who thinks of Cherry Moons? Who thinks it snows in April? Who a raspberry beret, a pink cashmere, the purple rain, the things that he wrote about. Well, like, bro, who mind goes there?
Yeah, he was unlike anybody in the world. He was just an amazing individual. I was able to meet him when I was 12, and I knew him my entire life through all of his changes. I was able to assist him many times. If you go look at Prince's car collection, you'll see that Prince don't have not one car Katt Williams ain't got. He got the Prowler from Friday After Next sitting there. He got the same Bentley as me, like, because we share certain things. Our connection was lyrics, musical lyrics, women, and cars. And those are the areas where he trusted my opinion on things. And that's where I got to be helpful in his life. And he was helpful in mine in really all different types of ways, especially about the business, as far as being a Black man that was rich in this business at 18 years old, had already did his first $1 million contract, had already broken records, was determined that he didn't want to be like anybody else, was so great of a guitar player that Black people just stopped caring about guitar, and he got left out on a limb and somehow still had to create his way out of that. He was just really a 1 in a billion type person. I was lucky to know him.
Now, there are specials and the streaming. I don't know. I don't think there's as many, and there's no DVDs now. So where are you on this streaming, the specials? I mean, obviously you still tour, but how much do you focus on? Okay, I'm gonna tour, say 100 days or 150 days, but I'm gonna do a special.
Well, now that our relationship with Netflix is at the 8-figure mark,
8?
How
You said 8?
How often you want to make them?
Oh, you said 8? I mean, like
right.
5, 6, 7, 8?
Got to be 10 million to qualify, yeah. So what I'm saying is, once you're at that level, how many would you do? I'd be willing to bet you say, every time you turn around, I'm gonna be doing another one. Hey. I think that's what you would say if you was any good.
Yeah.
And like I said, with 12 comedy specials, why do I need to be in these conversations with these specialist people?
Damn, I'm like, no wonder Katt Williams over here kind of. Now I see why Katt Williams was so comfortable doing this. This, bruh, you mean to tell me this man is making 10 million alone off of his Netflix specials? Like, bruh, that man ain't hurting for nothing. No wonder he ain't concerned with. No wonder he ain't concerned with what Kevin Hart and them talking about. Like, bruh, Katt Williams is doing just fine, bruh.
Say it ain't got no specials you remember. Steve ain't got no specials you remember. Ricky ain't got no specials you remember. Faison ain't got no. What? So why do y'all get
special?
Yep, it was 20 minutes long.
It was good too, though.
It was. He's good. Not it was good. He's good.
See,
he's good. Don't think because I said something derogatory that I don't know how to hate. Earthquake has consistently, I don't think anybody's ever said Quake wasn't funny. He probably never been booed. Yeah. I don't think he's ever given a bad performance in his life. Dog. But
yeah, Earthquake funny as hell, bro.
But his just due was overdue. He was in a whole different situation.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't able to translate the stand-up to the movie thing, TV. He took a hit. Most people don't take a hit. They're just judged on their stand-up. Right. So yeah, no. I even though it sounds like there's a lot of people that's not the case. I'm a proponent of all of us who are in this business working hard trying to make it.
When you got into stand-up, was crossing over, was doing TV, was doing movie, was that a part of it? You're like, okay, I'm doing stand-up. Okay, the next progression is TV movies.
Throughout the history of stand-up, sir. That's the goal for all of us. That's how it goes. That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, oh, no, I just wanted to do a game show.
Right.
What? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I thought you did Mark Curry's show over after he had just done hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road? And then you never put Mark Curry on your show or nothing. Like, if you don't say anything, these dudes will run over you. I don't know if you know how bullies operate.
But
do. If you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right. You're a very generous man, Katt. You're the sole sponsor of Melba Moore getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You did all that on your own. Why? What do you have a personal relationship with Melba?
No. I understood that she was a Black woman in a time where it mattered what you look like, and they had a certain thing that they needed you to look like and act like in order to be successful.
Right.
And she just never did that. She wasn't tall enough. She wasn't fine. They didn't like her looks. They didn't like that her hair was natural. They talked crazy about her, and yet she still made all of these achievements. And I'm like, understand, I'm already in the Comedy Hall of Fame. I'm already going to heaven no matter what happens. If it ends in a second, I'm up there. So it gives me the leeway to do some things that are simply because it's the right thing to do. So the truth of the matter is they wanted to give me a star, but please don't consider me and this person been sitting on this list this whole time. And just because they ain't got enough money, they can't get they just do? That's crazy. When do you start? That's hurtful. What if somebody can't afford their flowers? You mean they don't get them? No, God don't operate like that. He would send a dummy like me to come and take care of that. Just so that the right thing happens. That's how the universe works. Because remember, what am I spending my money on? I'm not spending my money on strippers. I ain't spending them on drugs.
Why not?
Like,
Stripper
what?
part.
Because if I go in a strip club, I'm only trying to get her out of there.
Yeah.
I have no intention of her or any other people being in this position. If I see a girl I like at the strip club, I'm telling her, you know, you don't have to strip no more after this. This could be your last day. How about that?
Ooh.
What would it be like just to leave it all? You ain't gotta be a hoe no more.
I don't even want you to go get your purse. Just leave it.
Ain't nothing in
We
it.
get new ID. We get new ID and credit card and social security card.
We don't need none of that.
None of that.
None of that.
You
This life don't look good on you.
yeah, shit.
You don't even look like a drug addict.
Got me thinking, Katt.
Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for. It sets it up bad for us. We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You are alpha. Now the alphas all want these subservient husbands. You can't have one.
No. That ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
Now, I know that particular part got clipped. I think I ended up using that clip myself. Yeah, I don't know how that conversation got there, man, but he was definitely speaking facts on that one, bro. It's and you want to know what makes it even worse, y'all? These kind of women are trying to dress it up as being masculine. They're trying to dress up a man being subservient as being masculine. And they're trying to do the complete opposite for women. Like all this quote unquote alpha We know that's a bunch of bullshit. But the masculine behavior that women carry out, they're trying to portray that as part of being feminine. They're trying to blur the lines, bro. I don't know, Super Slav, man. Have you seen pictures of Shannon Sharp when he was young? Shannon Sharp always been jacked, bro. I don't know, bro. No, but to each, but you never know.
Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead. Boy, you done got me canceled. How many times in this program? Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight. It's all been on these cue cards, and I'm just gonna keep reading them. Ask your next question.
The Migos, do you help them get out of financial situation?
I don't think we ever, as a nation, can remember a time that the Migos were financially unsuccessful. So for the record, I would assume that they've never needed Katt Williams' financial assistance for anything. I'm sure that between QC, the label, and other things, they were taken care of. On the other hand, if I was given the opportunity to help them, would I? Of course I would. That's what I do. I'm a pro-Black non-racist. Like, I really, really love Black people, but I don't love them more than other people. I love everybody. I'm a Black guy, and I try to stick with that. But yeah, I'm not one of those pillow talkers either. Like, when I do something good, I'm really not doing it for the gram. It's not for any of that. I'm just doing it because it's good to do.
I appreciate that. I don't know if this is true, but I did read that comedians on your show say that women sometimes would bring them money and not say where it came from.
Say that again?
Comedians would say women would bring them money and not say where it came from.
Right. So I'm not a feminist like a feminist would be, but I do believe that that in my camp, like if I had 35 people in my camp, right? I believe that other than 4 jobs, I believe that a woman is better at any of them jobs than any man could be.
Okay.
So 10 of these jobs, no man can work because I'd rather a female be there. If I got to smell anybody's breath, I want it to be hers. I don't want none of you crusty. So what I'm saying is if in a staffing issue, I'm going to have 75% women just because I prefer them. Right. I don't prefer to hear 2 guys talking in the corner. I prefer to hear 2 ladies talking in the corner. I don't care what they're talking about. I just prefer that. So a lot of times I will utilize ladies to convey a message. If a comedian is doing a great job somewhere in the country, he just did a masterful set and nobody's gonna pay him. They just clapping. And I know he's broke as shit back there. Wouldn't it be nice if somebody just showed up and gave him a little blessing? And he didn't have to suck me off for it. And thanks, Katt. And boy, I really needed it. Why would you do that? If you was actually just trying to help people, you would. People know that's how I pay my tithes. If I got paid $100,000 to be at your city, I'm gonna take 10,000 of that and put it in your homeless area. Not because I got to. Because you gave me 100 racks to come to your little rinky-dink town. Who would I be to not pay my tithes back to your town? That's how I got in this position.
Respect.
You adopted 7 kids. Why? That's a lot of kids for a man that's as busy as you are, travels as much as you do, on the road as much as you are, spend a lot of time because you have to spend a lot. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, maybe it comes so natural to you to put pen to paper and to write things down and be able to go out there and perform a set. But that's a lot of responsibility, Katt.
Right. But if there was a God, what would he think about you if you did that? I'm saying let's say, for example,
Okay.
that God is real.
Yes.
Okay. And let's say he be looking at what you do.
Yes.
What would he say if you did that?
He said that, Katt, that's a very kind gesture. That's very generous of you.
My whole life, since I was telling you when I was young and they was asking me what I wanted to be, and nothing I wanted to be was what I wanted to be, God's friend. That's a weird thing if you're an atheist. If you're an atheist, I didn't even say nothing. But if you believe in God and I tell you that I wanted to be God's friend and I wanted to even go to Hollywood and still be God's friend, if I told you that that was my aim, you can understand where I'm at. Like, I promise you, no jealousy, no bitterness, none of that. I got exactly what I was trying to get. I haven't been shorted in any way.
I mean, 7, 8 kids, single. You gonna get married?
You remember the conversation where it was me?
Yes.
And I didn't know what was gonna happen to my 2 little brothers, and it was just gonna be out there?
Yes.
So when it gone full circle, and I'm one of the richest men that ever lived. And I don't mean, please don't look at my net worth. I saw my net worth. I had that on me. I don't even. I swear to God. What I'm saying is,
yo, Katt Williams is goofy as hell, bro. He said, I looked at my net worth. He was like, shit, I got that on me. He's stupid. He's
like,
stupid, bro.
I'm saying my net worth is less than my last Netflix deal. You understand what I'm telling you?
It makes sense.
But I'm fine. Jesus was poor. Jesus ain't had nothing. So why don't we be mad you say I don't have nothing?
They had the amenities they had back then, okay?
Say it again?
We got different amenities now.
Not more than gold. Gold was the amenity of that time. We still got gold. Gold still running.
They have no Rolls Royce. They got you can buy an ass. That's what they call it in the biblical time. They were cheap.
I'm saying if you really want to say, I'm saying a Cullinan is cheap. So back in the day, I would give my girl a donkey. Today we get her a Cullinan. But I'm saying whoever, whatever it is, I'm saying I'm saying because what we gonna do? I done already told you I'm one of the richest people that ever lived.
Yes.
Only in the fact that when I wake up in the morning, no matter where I am, I don't need nothing. Whatever I need is right around me. And whatever I don't have, it's only just because I don't have it. It's not because I can't get it. All I got to do is want it, and it belongs to me. So because of that, because I'm favored by God, like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have, because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man. Come.
Hey, bro, he is off the chain, bro. He says, how did he be feeling? Yo, Katt Williams is relentless, man. Like, he was,
So you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing is I don't have a type of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like you can't really have types. Mm-hmm.
What?
Because
see how you tried to ask me something about marriage? But then
I ain't said nothing about no marriage.
Yeah, you did. When you rewind the tape, you let it out. You was like, so you ever gonna get married? And then you took it back. It's okay. It's okay. I wasn't on the photographic memory.
Are you?
I'm not against it. Like most people that are not married is because they're afraid of commitment. It's not that like that for me. It's just the whole time I wanted to be married, I I had kids, so I had to try to fill my wife's place before she got there.
Right.
So I'm already got kids without a mother, but so now I got to be doing laundry. I'm washing dishes. I'm reading stories. I'm having to nurture. I'm having to do all of this, and I got to the point where I didn't need the wife. I'm doing it, and we're doing it, and I'm not replacing a woman in their lives. I'm letting them see that that's just the only thing that we don't have. And it was easier for me to do that because you have to understand that all of the kids I'm raising at this point, they have fathers. You see, they have a mother. You see, I'm a different person. I'm raising you. And so that needs to be done with the other respect for the others that put work in as well. So yeah, I never had a problem getting married.
What's one of the one things you try to teach your kids?
I don't teach anybody anything that's over 18. I've done the work I was going to do. But as kids, I really just tried to teach the things that can't be bought, your integrity, trying to live your life in a way that you yourself could be proud of if you had to look back on it. And I didn't do very good at leading by example, but behind the scenes, that's never what I was pushing. They understood that because of my stance, there was a certain thing that would come my way. And so accountability and responsibility is part of what you're teaching, is that, you know, even if you're doing the greatest thing in the world, there's this thing called no good deed goes unpunished. Like there's a real Murphy's Law. Like basically in raising kids, you're just trying to give them a better manual and an outline of how life works than your parents gave you, you know? And so that's how I did it.
How do you avoid toxic women? Give me. I mean, because obviously, you know, you like women.
I do. And I probably like toxic ones more than anybody. That's because,
I asked you this.
no, hold on, because toxic women are exciting. And that's just a fact. Part of toxicity is exciting. I'd rather skydive with her. But if you have toxic women, just understand that all monsters are feeding off of something. And if you find out what this toxic woman is feeding off of, you can just begin to turn off her feeding points. And it drives a toxic person crazy and they'll get away from you. So whatever, if she's truly toxic, there are certain things that she's doing that help fuel her toxicity. You're not noticing it, but it's what it is. Why do you think she watches murder mysteries before she goes to sleep? Why is it always a crime drama playing? And turn it off. Turn it to cartoons. Make it. No, you don't get to. What's she listening to? You should be listening to Sexy Red. You broke. Toxic people are trying to get things. They're not being toxic for no reason. They're gaining something out of how they operate. That's why they operate like that, because they get something. As soon as you find that out, you'll be able to cut off what they're getting, and they will leave. Yeah.
You were married once.
Never.
You weren't married?
Never in life.
So would you have a cohabitation agreement?
Never. How? How could I be a single parent and be married?
You could, you know, there are people that like were married and then they get divorced and then they become single parents. That's how that works.
Yeah, but a person who's never been married means he's never been married.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Why would you need to take my word for it? Hold on. If I had been married, wouldn't it somebody have said who she was?
No. It might have been a long time ago.
No. I've never not been famous, sir. I just worked the story out to you. I don't have no hidden mysteries in my life. That was Jesus. I don't have no periods in my life where it's unaccounted for. No. That person that said that was a liar. I got a case right now in LA. This lady saying she was my assistant for 14 years and I heard her or something like that. Never worked for me, not a day in my life. Liars lie because they want to. But people always say, why would they lie? No, there are several women have said they was married to me. It's just when it went to court, they had to say, I was married to him spiritually. You shut up. How you gonna be married to me? My kids don't know you. Answer me that.
So do you have a problem? Do you have a problem bringing women around your kids?
No, not then or now. I've always lived with several women. Like I'm known for
several?
That. Yeah.
Like more than one?
I've already told you that I prefer the company of women to the company of men. So if I told you that me and a couple dudes on my staff sometimes have to cohabitate, nobody finds a problem with that. Yeah, so it's me and 3 ladies cohabitating because that's how the business gets done. Like, I don't want a chef that scratches his nuts before he cooks. I don't. No disrespect to these guys that go around with these large male-only groupings, but that's not my episode of Entourage.
I'm sorry. He sound like a pimp named Slickback from that episode that I was talking about. Said ain't doing shit for the homies. I will say this though, man. If I was in a position to have that kind of wealth, to where I needed a team to operate around me, it wouldn't be nothing but baddies, bro. I bullshit you not, bro. Like, I want my chef to be attractive. The woman that's cleaning to be attractive. The woman that's there just to get my rocks off. Like, I'm telling you, bro. I'm like, he said 3 women, so I figured, you know. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
You were approached by 7 gunmen. You were robbed, shot in the thigh.
Say it again?
You were robbed once, correct?
No, I never been robbed.
You didn't get robbed. You didn't get approached by gunmen trying to get robbed? They didn't take anything.
I wasn't even
the target?
I wasn't even who they were talking to. And not because I say that, because if you look at what time period it is, I'm not even making $5,000 a year. So robbing me wasn't the answer. This is before Oklahoma. You talking about a terrible condition.
They'd have been disappointed thinking they'd get something off of you, huh? If they'd have robbed you.
Look, in 3 cities, it's legendary that Katt Williams would walk down our streets with his baby in a baby stroller, with a diaper bag, with a gun in a diaper bag. The only thing I need is a pass. Don't mess with me and just let me go about my business. I'm living in Inglewood, Compton. I'm living in Manchester and Western. I'm in LA, the gang capital of the world, but never robbed. Because why? I'm not pretending to be something I'm not. You think I'm a Blood. You think I'm a Crip. I'm from Ohio. I'm a comedian. I'm a father.
Right.
I'm trying to do something out here. And not only do I not judge what you're doing, I'm not trying to be involved.
Right.
That's the difference. That's where the respect comes from.
You're touring right now, the Dark Matter tour.
Yeah.
Filming next Netflix special.
In May.
May.
Yep, next Netflix special.
At U2 Theater in Inglewood. I'm about to catch that.
I thought you might say that.
I will catch that one.
Right, because it's a homecoming for me. Because I lived on Hazel, so I
gotta catch
people
that
know
one.
I lived in the heart of Inglewood. They saw me walk down Market Street with the babies I'm raising. Like they understood that. No, I was really not pretend. Oh, he want to be from the hood. No, I'm living there on the street.
What's your favorite city to tour in?
The next one, sir. Yeah, that's the real beauty of travel.
Right.
That's why most people don't have the empathy and the sympathy that they need to have for other people. It's because they haven't seen other people.
Right.
Like if you went to Ireland and you saw what them people was like, and you went to Sweden and saw what them people was like, if you really went to Africa and you really saw what the people was like, you went to Haiti, you went to Puerto Rico, if you really traveled across the country, you would see that all people is the same. It's way more people that's good than the fucked up individuals you're seeing. And if you understood that, it would change everything. So I don't have any favorites in the world just because every place is dealing with their own issues, their own troubles. All places look better than they actually are for the people that live there. And it's always a difference between what it seems like and what it is like. People will tell you, I went to Paris. I was there at the Eiffel Tower. Bitch, you had bed bugs. And there were rats everywhere. The food was terrible. Yeah. Tell the rest of it. Yeah. Don't tell some.
Let me ask you a question. When you go to these cities to tour, do you make it a habit of getting out?
That's how I built my reputation. It's also how I ended up in jail 19 times. Because when I come to do a show, I'm really in your city. So whatever the strip club is, I'm there. Whatever the top bar is, I was there drinking. Whatever the... I was over there. You at a casino? I was at it. Like, what was it? Huh? Because I'm in your city.
Right.
This is how I'm learning your city so that when I do my show, I can be talking about what I know, not what I think, right? And so that was what I did at every city that I went to. The first 15 minutes of my show is what it's like to be here. You see what I'm saying? And so that was always a part of what kept my legend going to the point where I can still be in these arenas without you ever seeing a poster with my picture on it, without you ever seeing a flyer, without you ever seeing a post that goes, hey, it's Katt. Could y'all make sure y'all come out and come see me? Because I'm going to be in. Would you please come on out, guys? And I really am. Because we have a different respect. I know I'm coming. They know I'm coming. I know they gonna be there. And they know I'm gonna do the best job I can possibly do. And they know beyond a shadow of a doubt, whatever hour he was doing when we last saw him, he won't be doing that hour when we see him this time. It's a whole new conversation. And because I've never strayed from that, they've never strayed from their part.
I'm looking at some of the actors that you've been on screen with: Cube, Tracy Morgan, Regina Hall, Terrence Howard, Nick Cannon. I mean, Tiffany. I mean, bro, who brings out the best in Katt Williams? How does someone get the best out of Katt Williams? Do you need a comedian? Do you need a serious actor? How do we get the absolute best out of Katt Williams on screen?
Well, I would be disingenuous if I didn't remind us that that's never anybody's goal. It's never anybody's goal to create a great situation for me to do a good job.
Why?
In a script. The way it works is the script is already there. This is a character in the script. If they give me the job, I make it my job that this character here has to be as big as this whole project. So if you don't even see the movie School Dance, I want you to remember, whose goddamn white baby is this? And the only way that I can guarantee that you will remember my scene if you didn't remember a whole movie is if I make sure that my scenes are that good, because that's what I watched. I watched great actors. You never saw De Niro, you never saw Pesci, you never saw any of these dudes in something and you was like, nah, I don't really believe it. You sure you're the Great Gatsby? Like, no, like you believe that this dude, Daniel, is a hobbit. That's part of the Lord of the Rings.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I
And
do.
so it's having a respect for the craft that I'm doing. That means I'm trying to do the best job possible.
What was it like working with Spike Lee doing Priceless?
Spike Lee is everything that you said I was in my intro. He's just really an innovator and a groundbreaking, one-of-a-kind dynamo. And I knew that they were, like, they tried to sabotage me even then. Like, as soon as I said I wanted to get Spike Lee to direct it, because that was the biggest thing I could do, they immediately gave Spike to Gerard Carmichael and had him do his special too at the Comedy Store, and just to undermine, like, but I if there's one thing you can take away from me as a person, whether you like me or you don't, if you take this from me, you will be a better person. If you decide today that you're gonna live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. All right, before I go to bed, this could be it. All right, how's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got, just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day. It's just work ethic. And not the work ethic they talk about. They tell you work ethic where they do all these movies. I'm the hardest working man. Well, no, everybody goes to work every day.
Right.
Yeah. Don't say, I go to work all the time. Everybody who works goes to work every day. Shut up. Shut up. You get, what? You think I respect you more than my gardener? I don't. He work every day. Rain or shine.
I don't know if you saw this, but Taraji P. Henson got extremely emotional the other day. She was giving an interview.
Yes.
And saying that they're vastly underpaid. And say the math is not mathing. They get X amount of dollars. By the time Uncle Sam get his cut, by the time the agency get their cut, and what you see they were supposed to get is a fraction of that. Where do you come down on that, Katt?
It was the saddest thing ever, because imagine being in your genre, in your sub-niche, whatever it is. Imagine being in your lane. Imagine being one of the very top of your lane, that to the point where if they don't take you for the role, there's not 3 black actresses that they can say are bigger than you that we're going to give this to. Imagine you being at that point and have to humble yourself and say, they're not paying me, y'all. And they not making my pay go up because I'm doing better or nothing. It don't matter to them that I'm famous and people know me or nothing. They want to pay me exactly what they paying the new girl. And I've been suffering under it for a decade now and just taking it. I just been getting whooped. But I just got to come say, this is wrong. We should be ashamed. But this is a country where we don't pay the teachers, and then we say the kids is the most important thing. You can't have both of them. If you do that, we're going to end up with a generation that can't read. Guess what? Generation Z and A can't read. Why? Because who was giving them a book? We gave them an iPad or a phone, and now the letters don't mean there's no cursive writing.
Right.
Sorry about that. So yeah, this is what period of time it's in. It's the period where the victims get to say, they've been hurting me for a long time. And I just ain't said nothing because I was trying to be strong and I didn't want to shame anybody. When our people call out for help, we got to understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them can walk through the mall without security. Be what you gonna be, but put your people on. If you a gay person and you in there, put some other gay people on. Put somebody on. Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
Wow.
Now, I will give Katt Williams that because he mentioned earlier when I reacted to it yesterday that everybody that goes on tour with him, like they're not, like they don't owe him any kind of money. Like they're their own boss and all that. So with that being said, I can certainly see why, you know, he went about this interview the way he did and why he was talking about the other comedians, because it seems like the other comedians were kind of like trying to come up off of your come up versus just trying to put you on. When it seems like when it comes to him, he's just putting guys on, because some of the comedians that he's touring with, kind of familiar with, and some of them they've been rocking with him since like when he first got on. So a few familiar faces, man, definitely, for sure. Let's keep it moving.
Now, how difficult was it for Nick Cannon to get you on, and what was that experience like?
I've known Nick Cannon since he was a teenager. He had to have his he in the comedy club. If you're underage, you can't be in the regular club. You had to be in the kitchen.
Right.
So I was the master of the kitchen every comedy place because I got a child, and my child is back here in this place while I go on stage.
Right.
So I've known Nick Cannon since he was 14. Nick Cannon has never called and asked me to do one single thing, and I turned him down because I've known him since he was a young Black child in Hollywood. Wow. So what I did in Wild 'N Out was to be his protector and to be his voice with hip hop. So the whole thing was the thing that he was trying to do had never been done before. You can't bring 6 comics in and let 6 comics talk shit about 6 rappers because the 6 rappers will beat the 6 comics' ass.
Right.
You would have to have a comic that could actually stand in between and go, look, we comics, we gonna say what we gonna say, y'all gonna take it and understand it's a joke. If you want to fight, we fight before the show. So you can go out there with your black eye. We're not going to do it comedically. This is what needed to take place in order for it to be successful, which is why it had already aired and didn't work. And then suddenly when it comes back with me, it suddenly works. Because respect has to be in there as well. If you're trying to do it with Kevin Hart, you and him going to get run over. You a teenager, he 5'2". Like, what's gonna happen?
Who are some of your favorites?
You know what? I gotta admit, man, before like guys like DC Young Fly or 85 South Boys, period. DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, Country Miller, Carlos Miller. Before those 3 guys came on, man, because honestly, I think those 3 guys, along with a few others, pretty much make the show now. But before they came on, bro, Katt Williams really made Wildin' Out popular, bro. Like, one of the main reasons why I watched Wildin' Out when it first came out was because of Katt Williams. It wasn't because of anybody else on that show. Let's keep it moving. Well, we almost done. We got about 20
Favorite young comedians.
I haven't seen a young comedian I don't like. If you name any of the young comedians, I'm aware of all of them, and they're all doing a great job. It doesn't matter if it's Country Wayne or Desi Banks. It doesn't matter if it's Carlos or Chico. It doesn't matter if it's DC or Just Hilarious. It really doesn't matter once we go to the young part. The young comedians are dealing with things that we never dealt with. And so that gives them more benefits, but it also gives them more chances of failure. So it's not easier for them. So yeah, I'm a big supporter of
it's a different
comics.
crowd too.
We have Miss Pretty Ricky and Takara Williams. I've taken 25 Black women on the road in these tours. It's important to me that the young comic gets the benefits and the advantages of the big comics platform.
Matt Rife, Wildin' Out, recently got canceled. You see Jonathan Majors, what he went through. Marvel dropped him as soon as the conviction came out. And you were telling the
Hey, you saw that Black woman come get his charge cut in half? Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you coming to save that slave. If he'd had to be there by himself, he was getting all four. Guilty. She came in there, was just so beautiful. They had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart.
So Matt Rife, you know him from Wildin' Out. He gets canceled for a time, trying to tell
I never knew him from Wildin' Out, to be honest.
Okay.
I came across him as a new comic.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm really just trying to see the comics, judge where they are, see it. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the canceling, what do you think about this cancel culture? You see the situation with Jonathan Majors. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't know if maybe he can bounce back in a couple of years, but man, he was hot. He was hot. He was cooking. I mean, you see him in Creed, he's in the Marvel movies, and then just like that.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theory, but I thought Katt Williams said any time they make you into that position, part of that contract is you do understand whenever we want to take you down, we can, right? Part of giving you the world. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any women that would listen that this was a good-looking Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Since when? When did y'all start liking a big nose? And when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw? When? Since when? That look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy? You like black people's features like that? If this ugly nigga is good looking, then all niggas is good looking. Anytime you see them telling you something you can't believe, just understand it's a play. And it don't matter. You gonna know it's a play as soon as they get in that position and think they gonna tell somebody something. No, you're not. No, you're not. Marvel will cancel you you won't be allowed to read a comic book. What is you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here, ugly boy. Yeah, they love fooling the people.
What's your relationship like with Suge Knight? You still close with Suge? Have you spoken to him? Have you talked to him recently?
Yeah, it's doing good. Yeah, he's
man, when you a friend for life with Katt Williams.
Yeah, because the people that come to me are trying to better their life. They're not trying to continue doing what they have been doing.
Okay.
So when somebody comes to me, male or female, it is in the auspices that this is what I did, this is what I used to do, this ain't what I want to do no more, and I want to do something else, and I'd like it to go a different way.
Okay.
That's what I offer.
Yeah.
So if you come to me under those auspices, then my loyalty is lifelong. Why would it not be?
Tory Lanez and Meg. What was your take on that? Because I know you got to take on everything. I know
it's a difficult position because somebody's not going to tell the truth. and the truth has got to be told. In all circumstances, the truth has got to be told. So if you don't want to say she shot her, then you shot her. And that's the end of that.
Yo, let me ask y'all something, man. When it comes to that Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation, bro, do y'all think Megan lied? Like real quick, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Megan lied, and put a 2 in the chat if y'all think she was telling the truth. Something tells me I'm gonna see a lot of 1s. Because between the Jonathan Major situation and the Megan Thee Stallion situation, I'm trying to figure out how the hell do we got all this evidence that points to both of these men being innocent, only to turn around and get a guilty verdict? That doesn't make any sense to me. Not only did her story not add up, Dino, she lied about cheating on her boyfriend at the time. And the funny part about it is that women were very, very, very silent about it too. And then when the verdict came in, then the women wanted to pump their chest out again, like, oh yeah, where the men at now? Yeah, then got that guilty verdict and y'all quiet. I'm like, yeah, oh, you mean kind of like how y'all was quiet about Megan Thee Stallion admitting to cheating on her boyfriend during the trial? That kind of quiet? Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Bunch of hypocrites, man.
Said have you ever spent time in jail?
30 times.
When you was in there, what was going through your mind, Katt? What did I mean? Some people like, man, I had an opportunity to reflect, and I was like, man, this ain't the place for me. I ain't coming back here. When you in, so what?
I've never been in jail, and it was my decision to be there. If it's dangerous to be in the hood and you have to have a gun on you for protection, and it's either be judged by 6 or judged by 12 or carried by 6, I'm always gonna have my heater on me. So if you want to tell me that you're gonna pull me over 15 times looking for it, I'm gonna tell you 15 times you're gonna find it. Unfortunately, I smoke cigarettes and weed. If you catch me 15 times, 15 times I'm gonna have it on me. What do you think I'm in jail thinking? Oh, I done fuck up. Damn these decisions. I'm not gonna protect my life at all when I get out of here. Fuck it, let them do what they want to do to me. No, when I'm in there, I'm fine, and I'm understanding that I'm put here for a reason. And the people that get joy off me being in here are really gonna look stupid because I'm finna be free, because you gotta be setting this up. I'm never anywhere to get anything. You don't know I just made $300,000 in your city. That's why you think I might be out here as a ne'er-do-well. You think he's smoking weed? Yeah, he's got a medical license for it. He needs it. It's his only medication. Do you mind if he takes it? It helps him eat. Because he does 19 100 city tours, flying across the line. And so he doesn't get hungry on the regular. He doesn't get sleepy at night. He's got to literally put himself to sleep. He's literally got to make himself eat. So this marijuana helps him do both of those things.
Marijuana help you sleep?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because remember, as a comedian, what you're doing is against your natural timeline. Your natural timeline wouldn't be that you would start your workday at 8:00 p.m.
Right.
And then your workday is over at 2:30 a.m. Like, that's a weird,
yes.
Right? So to tell your body now that we're pumped up on endorphins, now let's go to sleep at 3. It don't work like that. Your body has to try to get a whole new schedule. So, it suffered, but that's what worked for me. I consistently used it. I told people all across the country, don't worry, this will be legal in our country. As soon as they find out how to charge taxes for it, we will be legal in this country. Do they view me as some sort of visionary for my forward thinking? No.
Bruh. I was saying that for years, and they recently just passed the bill to legalize it in my state. commercially. Oh, excuse me, recreational use. So I used to tell people all the time, I'm like, bro, the only reason why weed is not legal yet in the United States is because they haven't figured out how to tax it. Once they figure out how to tax it and regulate that shit, oh yeah, because it's too much money to be made off of it. Because I'm like, dude, cause who, like, bro, it's kind of hard to meet somebody that doesn't smoke weed nowadays. I mean, like, because even people that don't, even people that said they don't smoke it, still smoke it every once in a blue moon. Let's keep it moving.
On drugs. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but how have you been? I mean, bro, every time they try to put you down.
Hold on, man. I gotta stop. Tiger 9511 with the $5 super chat says Megan Thee Stallion lied. One, did you see that Planet Fitness commercial she did? Bruh, that commercial was so lame, bruh. Lame as hell. Like, super lame. That commercial was extra lame, bruh. Yeah, I saw that weak ass commercial, man. You got to give it to Megan Thee Stallion, though, man. At least she ain't all BBL'd up like most chicks, man. Like she actually be in the gym too. The outside of the Tory Lane situation, the other thing that bothers me about Megan Thee Stallion is when she gave dudes a hard time for telling her that she looks more attractive without makeup versus with it. But Megan Thee Stallion is actually like naturally pretty, and it's really sad to see that you can't take a genuine compliment at something as genuine as guys telling you like, damn, man, you actually more attractive without the makeup. And you respond negatively. Like, what the yeah, Alex, that part. It was that part for me. Like, damn, like, what kind of woman responds negatively to men telling her that she is just as attractive, if not more attractive, without the makeup and the Betty Bop eyelashes and shit. Goofy, man. But women think that we hate them, y'all. We can't even tell y'all that y'all are more attractive naturally versus with makeup without receiving some kind of negative response. But then y'all want to turn around and say men hate y'all. Goodness gracious, man. You can't. Ooh, you. Ooh. Yeah, I got to give y'all one of these.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
They try to put you to the back.
Yeah.
You bounce up, you move right back to the front. Damn, you like a Super Bowl. You just keep bouncing and you bounce higher.
Trampoline skin is something that you ask God for. When I watched you play football, you had it. There's some people that there's really no such thing as hitting Shannon Sharp so hard that he don't want to run the ball the next play.
Right, absolutely.
And if that's your only goal is to hit him so hard that he don't want to be him no more, you just out of luck.
Yeah, you wasting your time.
There's no your coach can't help you. There ain't no pep talk gonna help you. Don't matter about the uniform, your cheerleader, none of that matters. If it ever gets to mano a mano, may the best man win. And if you've been living your entire life trying to be the best man that you can for yourself, then you should feel great about those odds.
What do you think about Kanye rants? What's going on with Kanye? From a distance, obviously, I don't know how well you know Kanye. I don't know if you've been around Kanye, but from a distance, what do you suspect's going on?
I suspect that we're pretty awful people if we say that somebody got a mental illness and then we watch what they do. If you say somebody got special needs, then why would you be watching them and holding them accountable like everybody else? Wouldn't you grade them on a curve? Wouldn't you go, whew, this guy? Because, I mean, what are we reacting to? What are we reacting to? You're the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God and could call himself Jesus. And you're the one told a guy that writes musical lyrics that he was a genius.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that's like, so what do you expect? The guy married a whore. Like, what?
Oh, Lord.
Like, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, married her because she was one. Not he didn't know. He understood that he wanted that. He courted that. That's what he wanted to base his
But maybe
family
she got
on.
a good heart, though. I know what you're going to say. Don't you say it, Katt. Don't you say it. I'm going to move the
If
conversation.
what I'm saying is not correct, then how does she end up with Pete Davidson?
I mean, it happens all the time.
And what if you weren't even good enough for Pete and he leaves you? What do that mean the product was?
Right, man, because they ended up breaking up. After a year? Like, Kim Kardashian, sit your ass down. I'm like, y'all know she in her 40s now. I mean, she still look good, but it's like, y'all already know what time it is and you know what it come with. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I wasn't really impressed after her sex tape got leaked, man. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, man. Maybe it's just my appetite when it comes to sex, man. But man, Kim Kardashian, I mean, I put it to you like this. Kim Kardashian getting lip filler was a waste of money. Let me put it to you like that. Or maybe she should get surgery on trying to figure out how to get rid of a gag reflex or something. Her head game was trash. Let's keep it moving.
No, I don't support or villainize Kanye because I don't understand what it is we want from him. I don't know why we look at a basketball player and say, he didn't score no hockey goals this whole season. He don't play hockey. Kanye don't say nothing I can agree with. Okay. He was the weird guy in the beginning with the pink sweaters when we met him. Like, what do you think moving to a beat of your own drum? This dude started a church and kept cussing. Nobody in black church said nothing. You would have thought all the pastors would have came. You can't be no gospel artist. You just said, fuck that bitch. Nobody said nothing. Because TD Jakes over there with P. Diddy. Like,
Come on, Katt.
Only the guy you had here has been upfront and honest and a man of God and humble and took the L's he had to take and didn't.
I did see it was trending though, but I ain't know. I ain't know why, Katt. I don't.
Shannon, you know why. You know why TD Jakes was there. Hey, you know why that boy was there? P. Diddy had his thumb up his butt.
Let me go to this question right here. This question
All people that love the truth got to be happy if the truth coming out and lies is getting exposed. That's just what time it is. 2024, folks.
Are you related to Luda?
Luda?
No. So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us. We were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200.
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
And Ludacris been in the Fast and Furious series since like the second one. And y'all know how far back that goes. Man, listen, bro. I don't know. And y'all know Ludacris, and he ain't rocked that look pretty much since then. I don't know, man. I think he keeping it a buck, bro. And you want to know how I think it is some truth to it? Because somebody said Ludacris responded to what Katt Williams said in a song. The fact that you were if you did really do this and you didn't just reply in the same manner like he did, or just, like on a stream or something, and instead you did a whole song about it, kind of comes off like the powers that be kind of got behind you and kind of put the battery in your back and said, yeah, do this instead of doing this. I don't know. I just came off a little suspect. I mean, a whole song just for what he just said in the last minute or so? Come on, man. I think that's a little bit much. Yep, Too Fast, Too Furious. That was the second one. Been in pretty much every single one ever since. Damn near. I think the only one I can recall off the top of my head that he wasn't in since then is Tokyo Drift.
200 million. I might need to get me one of the more women look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kevin Hart, but I got to hit you with one of these.
Out the cap.
You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. It's all right.
You have a lot of politics.
Never talk about it. I'm not that controversial.
Where are we go? Where are we headed, Katt?
This is sad. We've never been here before. We've never been at the point where neither option is good for us in real life.
No.
This is a different conversation. This is, would you rather go back with your ex, or would you rather go back with the person before them?
Both bad options.
Both bad options. Like, one guy can barely put his sentences together, and the other guy will put sentences together from whatever he's read or whoever told him. Like,
but how do we get here? How do we get here?
All division divides. There's no way around that. All division divides. Politics, even in the beginning when our Constitution was drawn up, the two parties was not what they had in mind.
No.
They always thought that it would be two main and another independent party. They always assumed the independent party would be just as strong as the others. A lot of that just didn't happen. And that's what I've learned more from comedy, is that Republicans laugh at the exact same thing that Democrats laugh at. As long as I'm talking to Democrats, I can make them laugh for 1 hour straight about what Republicans do. By the same token, I can go talk to Republicans for 1 whole hour and have them dying about the stuff that Democrats do. But at the end of the day, who does that? Yeah, your team got an offense and a defense. They're not supposed to be enemies. The enemy is the other side. Well, you can't do politics like that.
Nope.
It's not good for the country.
Man, you see this Mark Zuckerberg building this $270 million bunker?
If you have $1 billion, we have learned that you can do whatever you want to do. When Elon Musk wants to send things in space, he don't have to ask nobody's permission. Congress don't meet. Senate don't meet. No police department got to be warned. He don't need a permit. None of that. If you got $1 billion, you do what you want to do, and then you tell them what you did.
Man.
And that's how it goes.
What he building a $270 million bunker? What do you know that we don't know, Katt?
Kim Jong-un? What? I don't know what you don't know. Do you understand that people that are not very bright are in charge of nuclear bombs all across the country?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he knows.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that 30% of all weapons systems are running off regular Wi-Fi. So what does that mean? That means if a solar flare or a meteor hits either one of those, literally a bomb can go off just because the system accidentally got turned off. Yeah, that's what he knows. The people that are in power know that the people that are running the most complicated and deadliest things on the planet are just an average idiot. And you know lots of idiots.
I do.
Yep. And these people are not special. Back in the day they were.
Yeah.
Not today. Not today.
You say you smoke a little weed. You ever smoke with Snoop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, one of his comedy specials that I watched years ago. I don't know if it was. I think it was before the actual special start. But you literally see Katt Williams go to a car or a limo or something, and he in there kicking it with Snoop, and they over there, Snoop over here talking to him like a fake pep talk, and like they just over there shooting the shit, smoking and whatnot. Like Katt Williams was like he over there getting high as a kite. I'm like, yeah, man, I remember that shit, bro. Yeah, he's definitely smoked with Snoop before. Yeah, if it's one person I wish I could smoke with, it would be Snoop. But hell, shit, it's some young cats out here. Some young cats out here smoking out smoking him. Gonna say Snoop interviewed somebody recently. I think it was Chief Keef. Yeah, Pimp Car. Yep, I think that's the one it was. I think that's which one it was too. D Smith. Yeah. Snoop Dogg recently interviewed Chief Keef. Chief Keef said he smoked an ounce a day. I'm like, what? That's crazy, bro.
Smoker than Snoop. He'll tell you that. But I don't mix anything with my weed. I just do weed, right? So nobody has
that minimum. I mean,
nobody does 20 blunts a day like me for 30 years. Like I was the first person to have a weed roller, like somebody whose job it was. Like I haven't rolled a blunt in 20 years.
You probably
like if you go, I'm saying I prefer the saliva of ladies.
Oh my goodness.
No, understand what I'm saying. If for a blunt, it's necessary for it to get lit, right? And so if you had spent 20 years smoking with dudes, that's a lot of male saliva that you would have just accidentally ingested. I can't.
But if I done killed
I can't be this specimen on that. It takes the saliva of nice ladies on that. But yeah, that's all I do. That's just.
Do you consider yourself a king of comedy? Where the cat?
No, they consider that.
Oh,
like when after Bernie left, them same three guys I'm telling you about, the kings.
Yeah.
Right? Because DL is the greatest.
Yeah.
No DL slander gets tolerated. But they came to me. I was supposed to be the fourth king. I got the offer.
Then what happened?
But I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth. You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? Fuck you. Why? Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was gonna be called the Kings of Comedy. It was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you gotta close if it's your tour. That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be kinged by the king.
And you know what? I remember Bernie Mac closing that down because Anybody will ask you that watched the King of Comedy special years ago, when the first time I saw it, is as funny as all four guys was, bruh. Wasn't nobody funnier on that show than Bernie Mac, bruh. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. God, I miss Bernie Mac. I wish he was still alive, man. One of my favorite, in my opinion, funniest comedians of all time. Let's keep it moving.
And because you finally did it, because you didn't have no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest, period, every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed. It didn't matter where Bernie went. You think if Bernie went first, he wasn't the king? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your ego out of this. You let the best be the best, right?
Katt Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate that. Thanks.
Man. And I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. That was a really, really, really dope interview. I see why it went viral. I see why everybody is talking about it, man. That man spilled a lot of truth. He spilled a lot of tea, man. Wow. All right, man. So we got, let's see, 4 more live shows here in the Matrix before I leave the Matrix. As of right now, I don't know what I got planned. I know Joshua Smith sent me something titled Sotomayor. I can probably do a live reaction to. You know, I try to save my live shows for either longer videos to react to, or interviews, and every once in a while I do a call-in show like I did with the Candace Owens situation last week. But as of right now, I don't know exactly what I have planned. But, you know, as always, something to probably, between now and then, something will always pop up. I want to thank Tiger 9511, who is also a member of the channel. I want to thank you for your contributions tonight with your super chats. And I also want to thank Jamal Fowler and Mike Hawk with the CASHAPP contributions. Jamal Fowler, you are officially the sponsor of the show this evening. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. And again, thank you guys for coming on this evening. And y'all know how we ride out, man. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Y'all have a good evening. Good night. Deuces.
Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm.